And then when we're ready, that's a lousy shot, but I think I took out a bush. Hey, my God, it floats. Oh my God. Hey everybody, it's BC here, and welcome to another episode of Planet Nomads. And today is the official day for the update for the floating foundations over there that we got. What was it, yesterday, the day before? Apparently it wasn't supposed to be released yet, but, well, it wasn't supposed to be released until today, but it got unlocked early, so that's what we have. They did another thing too. This is great. I'm so glad they did this. They actually adjusted the hover height on the hover pads to maximum, which means everything should work the way it should now. So the first thing I want to check is first check to make sure the turret lifts, and then I got to get my spinner back up and running. Oh, there's some lag. Yes, lag central. So that did not lift it up. What's going on? Oh, is it stuck? Possibly. Let's put a block on it, see if that causes it to... It doesn't. What is going on? We're on hover mode. Yeah, they were supposed to have the hover height set to maximum. And apparently that's not the case, because that's not actually lifting up like it should. But technically, the spinner should work now. So go quickly flip that around, get those hover pads back on the side, see if it spins. And then we're going to go back to the lake where it's lag free. We're going to try to stay away from the lag border, and I want to attempt to build a paddle boat. I've been trying to come up with ways of like actual water-based propulsion without using the wheel trick, because, you know, it's not technically intended as far as I'm concerned, so it's not something I want to do, but let's go ahead and do this. Now, I don't know if this is going to work now, because it's almost like they have a bigger hitbox now. So we'll do that. So give me a second here. I'm going to get some walls back up, and then we'll fire it up, see if it works. Alright, I have it all hooked up. Interesting side note too, when you have the hover pads going, let's say vertical like this, they only need a 2-block space. If they're going flat, then they need a 3-block space, which I'm assuming is for the corners, but that doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. So let's see if this actually still works. That one's not going, and that one's not going, probably because it's stuck. Let's give it a little bit of a boost, see if it does anything. They were supposed to have changed the hover height, so these things should be doing their thing now. And I don't think they did. Unless it's one of those things that only work when you get in the cockpit. See, it starts up, but does it keep going? That's the question. Oh, I don't have a cockpit anymore. Yeah, I've noticed that there's been a few times where I've had that happen where this let's say perpetual motion doesn't actually start until you get into a cockpit, and I guess it has to activate them or something. I have no idea. But anyways, let's go head off to the lake, get away from the lag. And yeah, we'll try to do a paddle boat. So yeah, but I've been trying to come up with different ways of actually propelling a boat. You know, I've tried the hover pads. The hover pads don't react to the water, even though they react to the ground. Blocks, well, we already know that blocks are transparent when it comes to water. I tried wheels. Wheels don't do anything. I'm not talking the wheel trick. I'm talking the actual wheels. Oh. It seems a little uneven over here all of a sudden. Where did my base go? Where did that hover base go? Should be here. It's almost like the land grew over top of it. Yeah, it was right here. I guess it finally sank into the abyss. Is that it over there? Never know with this thing. No, that's just a beam. And I wanted those resources back. Oh well. Oh, I'm gonna have to set up a cryopod here. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get us to a lag-free area of the lake here. I'm gonna set up a pod, get some sleep, and I'll bring you back when it's daytime. Okay, so here we are, and I tell you, it's great to get a nice 60 frames a second again. It's just nice, so nice and smooth here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. I was hoping I'd have a bigger body of water. I found another lake over there, but it's not ocean worthy, we'll call it. I don't really feel like hunting around trying to find one. If I could launch myself 20 kilometers in the air, it'd be real handy. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try basically the same setup I have here, where I had the arms on the outside, but I'm going to have it so that they're on the inside. I use the same controls where I'm using forward and the directional and the steering to control each one. But I will have the paddles, which are going to be those things, on the inside. So in that way, we can have them both going to go forward, just have one going to turn, and one going to turn the other way. That's if it works. I have no idea if these things are actually going to react to the water like I expect them to. If they float, they should technically push the water. And because this is going to be a little bit on the big side, I'm going to probably start it about here. Whether or not we get very far with it, I don't know, but we're going to build it. So, let us begin. Okay, there she is. I have absolutely no idea, one, if it's going to float, two, if those things are even going to move it, and three, if it's not going to go nose up in the air because it's going to be too heavy in the back. One way to find out. And yeah, it's a little back heavy. But the buoyancy is definitely doing something. Let's see if what happens when I turn this on. Let's get it going. Give it a test. Okay. I was actually thinking about throwing a base foundation up here just to even out the weight a little bit. Let's put it into third person here. That doesn't do anything, but I can. They are moving, but it's not enough to move it, unless I got them going backwards. You can sort of see it trying to move. I don't see why it's having such trouble. It's not like it's imbalanced or anything. Let's go have a look, see what's going on. I'm wondering if it's got to do with the buoyancy. It's not like I can think of, because that's going that way, that's going that way, that's good. And these are going the same too. See you in a second. Nobody needs to hear me yawn. Well, unfortunately, that didn't really work out the way I was hoping. Maybe a little bit more power could be used. I wonder if four hover pads would be enough, but I don't think I could set this up to go with 4, just because I have it set for the steering on these ones. Well, it was worth a shot. If I had enough power, I think this would actually turn it. I would almost consider, well, actually, now that I see it, I realize what I did wrong. I don't have enough blocks here, so give me a moment. Okay, let's try that. I extended those blocks a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't make it to the cockpit because I don't have any more circuits, and if I go back to the base, it's going to be a long leg. It's turning, but it just doesn't want to do it. And the other side is the same. So yeah, there's just too much buoyancy to really get it. The only other thing I could try is throw some weight on the front here. Let's get the heaviest thing we have. Well, that's not the heaviest thing we have. I think the container, the big, large container might be the heaviest thing we have. But if we do that, that lifts up the back end a little bit. Not like I can see anything. I'm sorry, I have trouble dealing in third person. No, it's like, what? It's out of power. Of course, it's out of power. I didn't give it any fuel. Alright, how are we doing here? So it lifts it up a little bit. I know it's not clipping there. Alright, let's give it one more shot here. Yeah, it just doesn't want to do it. Let's take this up here and find out what's going on. Because this is confusing me. Should technically work. I just don't think I have enough power to overcome the buoyancy. They almost got it. This is where the big motor would come in handy. Whee! We're getting bouncies. Well, it floats. Can't deny that. Yeah, this might have to be something I redo off camera. I was already having trouble with space, that's why I had to redo both sides. And now if I have to get 4 of these on, then this whole pad's going to have to be a lot bigger. And it requires actually rebuilding these things, and that was an absolute pain in the ass. But anyways, I think I'm going to call the episode here. It's feasible. It does seem to propel the boat. We just need more power to see if it's actually going to be able to give it forward momentum. But anyways, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like, and I will see you in the next one. And before I close this, I will just let you know that there will be no episode tomorrow. We might have some special guests coming by for the stream on Saturday, and I want to tidy up the compound, get rid of some of the rejects and my little testing platforms, maybe clean things up a little bit, make it a little more organized, and yeah, so in that way, if Crane Balls happens to stop by, at least I don't look too disorganized. But anyways, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.